In the last video, I showed you how to acquire a Japanese apartment using UR, or urban housing. I also mentioned that perhaps when you move in there, it's just an empty shell. There's no furniture, no appliances, maybe there's an air conditioner. But other than that, you're going to have to sort your budget out for furnishing your entire apartment. And I'm going to show you how I turned my empty living space into a functional home for less than $2,000. Welcome back. This is the Fukuoka Connection. I'm Dan, and moving to Japan has been quite expensive, but furnishing your life doesn't really have to be. I've made a list of the money I've spent, the items I purchased and where I bought them, to give you an idea of the big ticket items that you may need and how to budget appropriately when planning out your apartment. I'll also include some phantom costs that you may not have accounted for to give you a realistic blueprint for your own move. So let's start with the essentials and let's stay under $2,000. How I did that was I mixed new retail with recycled goods. Fukuoka in Japan has an incredible secondhand market. I've also picked up some odds and ends and smaller items that make the home come together. Of course, to each their own, you'll decide the own level of furniture that you want, where your budget lies, against your lifestyle and preferences. This is just what I've done. So let's take you around the apartment for some of the things that I have purchased. I'm going to list everything in Japanese yen so you can convert into your own currency. Today I'm focusing on the larger furniture, the functional stuff that I use day in and day out, but the goal is less than $2,000. So in no particular order, and ironically, the first things that I ever bought for this apartment were these two pieces of furniture. And the laptop desk, I believe, was 1,500 yen, and this chair was 2,900 yen. So this one is like a laptop stand. I didn't have a desk when I first moved in here, so this was perfect to have a little stand. And I thought, well, it's quite low, so I need to sit quite low. So they had this really comfortable, perfectly sized floor chair, very soft, very awesome, and it can adjust and everything like that. Super comfortable. So I would literally sit in this chair on the floor with my laptop and just do whatever work I needed until I could get sorted away with upgrading. Next is my computer or gaming chair. The chair was purchased on Amazon, which is $23,800. My standing desk, which was $24,900. The desk was purchased on Amazon. The speakers, the laptop, this keyboard, the Surface clock, the globe light. I brought those things from Canada, so I already had them. And for my curtains, if you watched one of my previous videos, you can now see that I have two sets, finally. Ordering these were a big fiasco. They are custom ordered, custom made. And there's the day curtain and the blackout curtain. And for the longest time, I only had one set, but I finally got two. And for the set, the total cost 35,552 yen. And I got these on Rakuten. The sofa, which came with these two pillows, for 4,000 yen. And I bought this sofa on Fukuoka Now, which is a local website here for kind of like a Craigslist maybe if you're from the US, or a Gumtree in Australia, just privately sold items. This white throw blanket, which I used to cover the couch, was 2,780 yen. I picked up these two carpets from Nitori, this white one for 6,490 yen, and this gray one under the bed for about 3,990 yen. Let's talk about the bed. So I picked up the duvet, which is inside of this cover, for about 10,000 yen from Aeon. But this cover came in a set with sheets and pillow covers, and I bought more than one, which is a different set altogether. And both of those sets were 6,568 yen. The mattress underneath, this one, is from Nitori. It's a double-size mattress, and it was 54,890 yen, which was also one of the first pieces of furniture I bought for this apartment, so I could have somewhere to sleep on day one. The bed frame underneath, I purchased at IKEA, and it was delivered right to my door. I had to assemble it myself. It is a queen size frame. The frame cost 30,990 yen. And as you may know, when you purchase a bed at IKEA, it doesn't come with the slats underneath. So these wooden slats, I had to pay extra, and the center post as well. The slats weren't expensive, 2,500 yen, and the center post was 2,000 yen. In the drawers underneath, I bought some of these storage boxes from IKEA. I think it's a set of 6 for about 800 yen. Put your socks and underwear and other things in there. My fridge, yes, which I keep in the closet, I picked up at 2nd Street for about 15,000 yen. This dish rack I ordered on Amazon for 5,999 yen. And if you watch my previous video on it, I don't recommend it. My washing machine and dryer combo, which I picked up at a recycle shop, for 59,990 yen. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, 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 Dan, slow down. You've already cut through half your budget. Bear with me. And not everything counts as furniture, right? I picked up a wok on Amazon for 3,800, a cast iron fry pan from Daiso, which I think was 800 yen, and then this lid, which I think was 1,200 yen. I picked up this cutting board at IKEA for 1,999 yen. I picked up a rice cooker on Amazon, which was 7,480 yen. So as you can see, the total for everything here. So what are those phantom costs that I'm talking about? Things like dishes, utensils, wall hooks, garbage bags, things that might be a few hundred yen or more. This standing mirror I also purchased at IKEA for 3,500 yen. I picked up this projector on Amazon for 21,761 yen, and the shelf as well on Amazon for 1,500 yen. I got a couple bath mats at Nitori. This one was 1,990 yen, and this one was 3,990 yen. I also got one at Costco. This one was also 3,000 yen. In the shower, these 4 soap dispensers I picked up on Amazon for 6,660 yen for the 4 of them. Towels, coat hangers, toilet brush, plunger, cosmetics, tissues, food storage containers, cabling, decor items, plants, other smaller appliances. Whatever else you need to make your home feel like home. You'll have to account for those, which will be different for everybody, of course. But those small purchases, well, big or small, can definitely add up. For many of those items, I went to hyakuen shops or dollar stores, and my favorite store of all, Daiso. While I won't itemize each of those out, Daiso prices run anywhere from 100 yen to 300 yen, or even more, depending on what you're buying. But if you're buying 20, 30, 40 of these items, you can factor in those as phantom costs. Be sure to account those if you're on a smaller budget. If you want to replicate this, you need to know where to look. Recycle shops are your best friend for appliances or other furniture items, and sometimes they may offer delivery for a small fee, or you can borrow one of their rental trucks if available, also for a fee. Second Street is a step up. It's more curated, more clean, great for furniture, and for everything else, Daiso or Sierra. Don't buy your kitchenware at department stores. Start at the 100-yen shops and upgrade later if you need to. At least you'll get a base to start going. It's functional, it's comfortable, and most importantly, it's sustainable. You don't need a massive budget to have a high quality life in Fukuoka, just a bit of strategy. So now that you've got your place furnished and your rent worked out, what about just the general cost for living in Fukuoka? How about something like setting up a bank account as well? Let's cover that in the next video, and I'll show you what it actually takes to maintain the lifestyle here in Fukuoka, Japan. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Arigatou gozaimasu.